Because guess what? It's my segment again. And we're putting it here because we don't have a Chiefs show for me to do my top five in. But it is time for Tybo's top five.
Tybo's top five. Love this segment.
Yes, yes, Sean loves my segment. All right, can everybody hear me? Is my mic acting
Good.
weird? Is it being stupid?
As usual.
Okay, I'm getting back to my roots, guys. This is another food related top five. Last top five I did was shit I sat on. Now, this is my top five dips.
What did you
My
sit
top
on?
five things to dip into. I do have an honorable mention. In this honorable mention, blankets quite a few things. This is anything that is cheese related, cheese dip related. We're talking like queso. We're talking beer cheese. We're talking rotel. We're talking cheese. That's my honorable mention. Okay,
Cheese.
there's a lot of there's a lot of dips with cheese. A good beer cheese dip. Like, come on, that's good. That's good shit. But my number five of my top five dips. Um, this flavor just it sticks around our house, guys. French onion. French onion soup was my number one soup. French onion dip. Every now and then I get a craving for it. There's a lot of different things you can dip into a French onion as well. I've had some motherfuckers dip an onion ring in French onion dip.
That
Ooh,
sounds
It's like
pretty good.
onionception.
Sounds pretty good.
But yeah, it. I mean, from the homemade French onion dip down to the store bought tub out of the great value fucking off brand bullshit. I'm have a hard time finding a French onion dip that just doesn't taste good. So I mean it's pretty consistent. Number five, French onion. Number four, this one's pretty broad too. I'm gonna go with just salsa. I'm not a fruit salsa kind of guy. Don't give me your peach and mango
I'm not down with
pineapple
that.
fruit salsas. Okay. Um, anything from like a medium heat to like a pretty spicy. I like to fuck with my mouth sometimes. And as far as chunky versus like more liquid salsa, like as long as it tastes good, I'll eat it. That I really don't have a whole big of a preference on. But salsa is something that you can get pretty creative with. There is a set basic ingredients with your salsas, but whether you go like a salsa verde or you want some extra heat, like you can change up the ingredients of a salsa and provide top tier dippage.
ooh,
Number
top tier.
three, it's a common appetizer for my wife to order while we're out. But this is a dip. This is probably the first dip we come to on my top five that you can really, really fuck up. And not all brands that you buy in the store are good, but this is a spinach and artichoke dip.
Hmm.
Most restaurant spinach and artichoke dips are really good, but I've had some store bought ones that are just super bland. They don't do anything for you. It's like, why am I even wasting the calories on this piece of shit? But when it's made well, spinach and artichoke dip is out of this world.
If you want a super easy spinach artichoke dip that you can get from the store, find your nearest Trader Joe's. Get it out of the box,
You mean racist Joe?
frozen. What?
What? There
What?
was a there was a whole thing like a few years back. I think this was even before COVID, but like their branding on certain Trader Joe's.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard about that story. I did. We live far enough away from one. It's a hassle to go to, but I love everything that Trader Joe's has in terms of food. But their spinach dip that
Are you
they
guys
have there
hipsters?
is amazing.
Anyways, my number two. Um, I guess this shows that I have a pretty big bias on what I dip my fucking food into. But my number two is guac. I love a good guac, a
Good
mole.
homemade guac or
Any. I
any
mean, your
store
store
bought?
bought and restaurant guacs, like I've had some bad guacs out there, but if I'm making it, like it's definitely gonna be great. Like, and we found a recipe that called this avocado salsa, but it's basically like guac without like mushing it up. Like if you keep your avocado like chunked, you keep your onions and your tomatoes all like chunked and kind of big. Um, like I said, the recipe that we found called it avocado salsa, but it's basically just like super chunky guac. Um, so every now and then I'll get a wild hair up my ass and want to do it that way and just have really, really like you can see all the ingredients, chunky guac. Um, but as long as you're hitting the lime juice, the cilantro, and enough garlic, salt, and pepper, like it's kind of hard to fuck up a guac. Like guac should be boom bam done, tastes good. But I have had some shit that tastes wrong, so it is fuck upable, but it shouldn't be. And my number one, this is all the types, all the flavors, all the different things that one might call hummus. There's
Great pick.
so many possibilities with hummus. I even make my own hummus a lot of the times. Got a little ninja thing that's like the food processor part's only like that big, so it makes like a really good serving size. Because I could one sitting could literally fuck up an entire package of hummus from the store. Like I will eat that shit super quickly and
What's your
not like
favorite kind?
myself afterwards. But I tend to like, I mean, just like the regular red pepper hummus. It's got the red pepper stuff that sits in the middle. Like it brings a little bit of spice to it. So like I don't necessarily need to get super fancy. I did have a jalapeno and cilantro hummus one time that was out of this world. Um, but and I don't typically use chickpeas when I make my homemade hummus. I'll use a white bean, cannellini beans, and just make sure I have all the right ingredients. But something that incorporates a little bit of sriracha in the hummus, so it gives it just a little bit of kick to it. That's what I love.